Yo, welcome back to Omni Nation Comics. It's your boy. They call me Day Day here on Omni Nation, and welcome back to the channel, y'all. I got a super exciting topic I want to talk to y'all about today. First of all, this is a brand new series that I'm bringing to the channel. I'm calling it Nostalgia Moments, and what I'm gonna do with this series and I'm gonna spread it throughout the channel is I'm just gonna be talking about moments that I really miss from my childhood, or certain moments that I really miss, or because I know I'm not the only one that sometimes I reflect back to my childhood on the things I used to watch or the toys I used to play with or yada yada yada. So I know I'm not the only one that still have those nostalgia moments, and I just want to bring that to the channel because I know I'm not the only one that miss it. So on this first episode of Nostalgia Moments, I felt like this is the great opportunity with Tom Holland's new Spider-Man No Way Home being out, and I'm super excited that it's out. I felt like this is the right time to go ahead and talk about the impact of my very first time seeing Spider-Man, one of my favorite comic book characters, hit the big screen for the first time. And that's the impact of the Sam Raimi films. I know I'm not the only one that really think about that time when you were a little kid and you go back to and you went to the theater for the first time to see, Toby become this iconic character. Yeah, I want to start with that today. So before I go ahead and get started, I want to tell y'all, go ahead, hit that like and that subscribe button. Your boy is bringing some fun topics that I'm going to be talking about. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Hit that like and that subscribe button. Let's get started. Man, I remember, man. I remember it clear as day, man. I remember when they first dropped the trailer. This was during that time, right, where Marvel was just starting to get more movies out. And I'm a 90s baby, by the way. So it's cool to see, after Blade, all that stuff. You see, when they first did the little teaser trailer, and you see the trailer for the first time, you're like, ah! Because I started with Spider-Man with, as far as TV-wise, I started with the 90s cartoon. And then, of course, in the comic world, I started Spidey with JMS's 9/11 issue, which is an awkward issue to start with. Then I did JMS's run, J. Michael Straczynski's run, and then Ultimate Spider-Man. But there was a particular scene I think about when it comes to these films. Like, when you first see Toby, and Danny Elfman did the composing so right. When you first see him put his hand on the wall after he got the spider bite, and he just continued to climb, and you see the excitement on his face. I felt like this is the most realistic acting I've ever seen. I mean, of course I'm excited because, to see my favorite character come to life. But I get excited all over again. Just seeing him. Y'all don't take time to think about that. This is some cool nostalgia stuff that I think about. I was in the theater as a kid going nuts. I felt like my father had to put me in handcuffs or something because I couldn't hold myself together. These films were ahead of their time. You got Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker, Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane, and Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin, James Franco as freaking Harry Osborn, just to name a few. It's just it's so cool to see. I think that's the thing that I think about the most is you see this character, you've seen him in a cartoon, you've read him in a book, but to see this is the first live action interpretation of this character, and to see him come to life, it just gives me chills. Seeing Stan Lee's elements, showing the relatable side of between Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I mean, it was way ahead of its time, especially Spider-Man #2. I mean, it was so cool to see those elements captured. Like, I love the way the film just starts off with Peter doing the narration. Who am I? You sure you want to know? For those that see that movie that many times, you know that line. You know where it's from. You know it. Go ahead. Don't play like you don't know lines. These films give me so much life, man. And I was a movie collector as a kid. Tore the DVDs up. And I was one of those kids. I was super nerdy. I've always Wanted to have everything in physical format. And yes, I was one of those kids. I actually love the special features. This was back in the days where movies actually packed out the disc with a bunch of special features, and you ain't getting no little 10-minute behind the scenes. You getting probably like 30 minutes to an hour, maybe 2 hours worth of footage from behind the scenes. I actually enjoyed that stuff. Okay, your boy had to go to his DVD section for a real quick moment. I still got some of them. So I got all 3 of them still. I remember getting these, man, and I was greedy, right? I'm like, I want all the discs. I want every edition. I want it. Yeah, I was one of those kids. I used to nerd out a lot. I mean, y'all remember when DVDs used to have the little DVD ROMs? You used to put the disc in the computer and you have special features there too? I was that kid. Yes, I was. Tobey Maguire, the man is my childhood. He's basically the OG. He's the first live action Peter Parker we've ever got. He was so relatable as this character. Seeing him balance, trying to also be not just Peter Parker, but Spider-Man, trying to be a student, trying to be a grandson, a nephew, or whatever. And also dealing with the death of Uncle Ben. I really enjoyed seeing these elements. When I first seen Uncle Ben pass in the first film, where is that? In the first film, yeah, I did get emotional, but I seen this formula a lot in those 2000 superhero movie where they always lose something and that's what pushes them to be what they're called to be. I enjoyed seeing that so much, man. Mary Jane, oh my God, Kirsten Dunst did an awesome job. Just playing this character, this girl who has so many dreams of being an actress and whatnot. She has so many goals or whatever. She has this determination, but also seeing her go through with the crap that's going on at her home. Oh my God, just it was captured so beautifully well. One scene that I really think about a lot, that this scene is just beautifully shot, and it was just beautiful when Mary Jane was being stalked by those burglars, right? Those bad guys out in the rain. It was a dark atmosphere. Oh, I get chills again. My spine. You see on the roof, you see Peter, because Peter and Mary Jane just had a conversation, right? You see him on the roof changing into his outfit, right? And the lighting, the lighting on that shot was beautiful. And to see them chase her down and push her against the wall. Raw. I'm sorry, I had to do it. But as she fighting them and whatnot, what gave me chills was to seeing Spider-Man come down off that ceiling and beat the crap out of those dudes. Maskless, by the way. And she was like, wait, blah, 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 and he disappears. Besides the kiss in that scene, that was just gorgeously shot. That was just beautiful. Willem Dafoe as freaking Norman Osborn and Green Goblin. Oh my God. Another actor who is a legend, who's already a legend in this film already. But he was so intimidating. He was so good. Watch this. Let me give y'all a scene that I know this man was the right man to play this character. When he first bust into Aunt May's window, while the lady is praying and minding her own business, she was like, lead us not to temptation, but deliver us, and boom, right? And she was like, deliver us, and he's like, finish it. Finish it. Oh, chills again. Bro, y'all can't tell me y'all wasn't scared. I was in the theater. I jumped. I was like, Pop, hold on. I held on to my Pop's arm so hard because he bust in there. You wasn't expecting that. But that was so beautifully captured. Oh, my God. It's just Willem Dafoe killed it as Green Goblin. And that other rooftop scene where he telling Spider-Man, the other thing, in spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you. Y'all can't tell me that scene right there was ooh-wee ahead of its time. Willem Dafoe killed it, bruh. And don't judge me, I'll be mocking people's screams sometimes. When he first busted to her window, she was like, She was like, ah! Now, I ain't finna go through the whole cast because I'll be here forever. Hold on, I got one more standout real quick. Well, it ain't one more, but maybe I got two more. But Alfred Molina as freaking Dr. Octavius in number 2, which number 2 was the strongest film anyway. Oh my God! He was so great as Dr. Otto Octavius. Seeing him, seeing how the writers strategically wrote him to give him a reason to do what he did as a villain. Like, giving him a reason. Like, you understood where he was coming from a place of anger, pain. He didn't have no other way. But also realizing he was, later on in the film, that he was actually being controlled by these machines that was on his back. It was extraordinarily done. One of my favorite scenes of all time is when, oh my God, when Mary Jane, actually I'm gonna skip on to this. When Peter Parker, his spider senses sensed that that a car was getting ready to crash through the building, right? Beautifully shot, by the way, where slow motion glass, yeah, that was just beautifully shot. But to see Dr. Otto Octavius come in with his intimidating self, brings Peter to him and says, "Where is Spider-Man? I need to find him," all that other good stuff, and he was threatening to take Mary Jane, and he was like, "If you lay one finger on her," he was like, "and you'll do what?" I'm sorry. I was like, bro, this is a villain. And he threw Peter back to the wall. Boy, y'all see all that wood fall on his head? Wow. But watch this, though. I ain't done with that scene. Let me go back to that scene just for 1 second. When Peter bust out of that wood and walked out of the door. Hold on, I got chills. Uh-oh. He walks out of the door and realizes his power is back. His destiny is back. His calling is back. He dropped them glasses and squeezed them fists. Like, bruh, it's on. That was so beautiful. And bro, hold on, wait. I ain't done. Wait a minute. When he went looking for freaking Mary Jane, he went on top of that building, as Spidey, by the way, and he goes to Doc Ock and they meet again. He's like, "Where is she?" "Oh, she'll be just fine. Let's talk." And when I tell y'all, they went in. They was scrapping, bro. Even on the side of the train. Oh my God, that train fight was so beautiful. They just scrapping on the side. And I'm not finna mock another scream. Ah! I'm sorry. Bro, they were scrapping in that film. Oh, okay. Yes. And last but not least, I gotta do one. I have to do this one. Harry Osborn. Freaking James Franco as Harry Osborn. He really, oh my God. He was just so perfectly casted. I love 100% how they capture how Harry is just like his daddy. Super ignorant sometimes. Can be a little stubborn. Don't want to listen to nobody but himself. Money just eating their heads up. Just so uppity sometimes. This film captured him so beautifully well. And I was shook in number 3. And I know that is the most hated film of this series. And yes, it was busy. It was all over the place sometimes. Well, a lot of time. But it hurted me so bad to see him become the other Goblin. Or I like, as Peter called him, "Look at little Goblin Jr." Wanna cry? I'm sorry. That kills me every time I hear that. But that battle scene between him and Peter, you understood where it was coming from. From both sides. Harry was already angry. Peter was already angry. With that Venom costume on him, that made it even worse. But seeing that, you just feel that. That was so beautifully captured. You guys, where my little, oh, here it is. Y'all, this is my childhood. I will forever embrace these films. They were ahead of their time. They were ahead of their time. Sam Raimi was able to capture every element that makes Spider-Man Spider-Man. The relationship issues, family issues, keeping secrets, jealousy, anger, strife, all that stuff, the bitterness, all of that has been captured so well in a lot of these films. Sam Raimi, if y'all watching, thank you, man. These films will forever have so much impact on me, y'all. Now that I'm thinking about it, now I think I might do one on Hulk in the X-Men films. Maybe. We'll see. I might do one on it because this was around the time those films was coming out too. But it was just an exciting time during the early 2000s to see some of your favorite superheroes come to the big screen, and this still gives me chills that to see all of those elements captured here. Thank you, Sam Raimi. Thank you. Well, y'all, that is my first episode of Nostalgia Moments. I hope I ain't hold y'all too long. I hope I didn't bore none of y'all. Y'all ain't sleep, are y'all? Wake up. Let me know what was your biggest impact or nostalgia moment or throwback moment thinking about these films. Did they impact y'all as well? Let me know in the comments. What were some of y'all favorite scenes? Let's have a conversation in the comments. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'm still speechless from these, man. I really am. Hey, before y'all go, I got one more funny scene I gotta talk about, and it's from Spider-Man #2. Y'all remember when Peter was when he lost his powers, right? And he tried to run across the building just like in the first film, and he failed, and he actually fell, right? I'm not supposed to be laughing at an injury like that, but the way he hit his head when he hit that last car, because he hit his chest on the first car, right? And the way his head hit that last car, I was crying. I was such a bad kid. That scene still made me laugh. My back. That scene not supposed to make me laugh. Boy, that noggin got caught. Peter, you let yourself go. All right, y'all, I'm going for real. All right, hit that notification bell, subscribe, tell your cousin, your little cousin, all your fellow nerds, or any 90s babies that are watching this, tell them to subscribe right here. We're going to be talking about that stuff that we think about from our childhood. Is that all right? If that's all right with y'all, hit that subscribe button and share the crap out of this. I'm out, y'all. See ya!